The Unpopular Truth by Danny Tomorrow. Look around you. Consider the marvels of modern medicine, the interconnectedness of global communication, the very understanding we have of our place in the cosmos. None of this arose from a place of serene agreement. Instead, every significant stride forward in human knowledge and societal advancement has been born from a moment of friction, a challenge to the accepted norm, an initial wave of unpopularity. The comfortable embrace of the status quo, while psychologically appealing, is often the very barrier that prevents us from reaching higher truths and achieving greater progress. The narrative of human advancement is in essence a chronicle of confronting and eventually accepting truths that were once deeply unpopular. Truth, in its nascent stages, frequently encounters resistance, even unpopularity. This isn't merely a compelling anecdote, it's a fundamental characteristic of how understanding evolves. The most significant advancements in human history have consistently emerged not from comfortable agreement, but from the intellectual friction of challenging established beliefs and confronting inconvenient realities. Consider the historical development of scientific thought. Groundbreaking discoveries have invariably been met with skepticism and, at times, outright opposition precisely because they shattered existing paradigms. Galileo Galilei's assertion of a heliocentric solar system wasn't a suggestion. It was a direct challenge to the long-held geocentric view, a perspective deeply ingrained in the cultural and religious understanding of the time. The weight of tradition and authority stood firmly against him. Similarly, Ignaz Semmelweis's insistence on hand-washing in medical settings, a practice we now recognize as essential, was initially met with ridicule by his contemporaries. His assertion that unseen agents could cause disease was an uncomfortable truth that directly contradicted prevailing medical dogma, threatening established medical practices and the perceived competence of physicians. These historical examples underscore a crucial principle. Genuine progress necessitates the deliberate abandonment of comfortable, long-held beliefs in favor of potentially unsettling yet more accurate understandings. The initial unpopularity of these truths was not a sign of their falsehood, but rather an indication of the significant cognitive and societal shifts they demanded. This pattern of unpopular truth continues to manifest in our contemporary world. We are currently grappling with complex issues that, while supported by substantial evidence, often face considerable resistance. The scientific consensus on climate change isn't a matter of debate within the scientific community. It's a well-established reality that demands a fundamental and potentially disruptive shift in our energy consumption and lifestyles. This truth is unpopular not because of a lack of evidence, but because of the profound implications it holds for our economies, our habits, and our future. Similarly, acknowledging and addressing systemic inequalities requires a direct confrontation with uncomfortable truths about privilege and historical injustices. This necessitates a reevaluation of societal structures and individual biases, a process that can be deeply unsettling. Even on a personal level, meaningful growth invariably stems from directly facing difficult realities about ourselves and our interactions with others. The pervasive influence of technology on our cognitive functions is another pertinent example. While the immediate convenience of constant connectivity is undeniable, its potential long-term impact on our attention spans and overall mental well-being is an unpopular truth that requires serious consideration and proactive engagement. The common tendency to conflate popularity with truth is a pervasive cognitive shortcut. However, popularity serves primarily as a measure of familiarity and comfort, a validation of existing beliefs rather than a reliable indicator of accuracy. The human mind often gravitates towards what is familiar and reassuring, even if it lacks empirical support. Genuine progress, in contrast, consistently demands that we venture beyond the familiar and directly engage with ideas that challenge our established perspectives. It necessitates the cultivation of a critical awareness regarding the narratives that achieve widespread acceptance and a rigorous examination of whether their prevalence is rooted in verifiable evidence or simply in their capacity to provide psychological reassurance and maintain social cohesion. Ultimately, the pursuit of truth demands intellectual humility and a resolute willingness to be proven wrong. It involves actively seeking out diverse perspectives, particularly those that induce discomfort, and maintaining an open stance towards revising our understanding when confronted with compelling evidence. This requires a conscious effort to overcome confirmation bias and the inherent human tendency to favor information that aligns with our existing beliefs. The path toward deeper knowledge isn't paved with unwavering certainty. It is forged through the courage to question, to rigorously explore, and to embrace the inherent discomfort that often accompanies the revelation of unpopular truths. The continued advancement of our society depends on our collective capacity to transcend the allure of comfortable consensus and to directly engage with the challenging realities that invariably drive meaningful progress. Let us not shy away from the initial discomfort that often accompanies profound insights. Let us cultivate a society that values intellectual courage over the ease of agreement, a society that recognizes the vital role of dissent and critical inquiry in our collective journey towards understanding. The truths that shape our world, the advancements that elevate our existence, rarely arrive with fanfare and universal acclaim. They often begin as whispers of dissent, as challenges to the accepted wisdom. By embracing the power of unpopular truths, by fostering an environment where challenging ideas can be voiced and rigorously examined, we unlock the potential for transformative progress and build a future founded not on the fragile comfort of unchallenged assumptions, but on the solid bedrock of evidence-based understanding. The next great leap for humanity may very well lie within the unpopular truth we are most hesitant to embrace today. Thank you. Goodbye.